Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the usage of precedent in Thai law. This is a video, I'm kind of making a series of these at the moment, where I'm going back and doing a little refresher on comparative law. I've done a number of videos in the past on this. I'll try to get the links to those prior videos into the description below so you can go back where I even did deeper dives into the issues of jury trials or private criminal actions here in Thailand or equity and things of this nature. But in this video, we're briefly going to touch on precedent. Now, let me be clear. I made this video after having a discussion with attorneys here in our firm. I want to be clear. I'm an American attorney, not a Thai attorney, not a Thai lawyer. Never claimed to be that. I am an American attorney. I'm a naturalized Thai citizen, but I'm an American attorney. That's where my, for what it's worth, expertise comes from in terms of analysis of law. And the issue of precedent I was talking about with some of the lawyers in the office here, and they kind of rolled their eyes at me, and I asked one of them why, and they said, you Farang are always talking about this precedent thing, and Thailand does not utilize it the same way that you do. Now, to be clear, to some extent, Thailand does utilize precedent. What are we talking about here? Supreme Court cases especially. When the Supreme Courts in Thailand, and there are multiple Supreme Courts, there's different Supreme Courts, again, big difference between the Thai legal system and the American legal system, but when a Supreme Court, depending on its jurisdiction, issues an opinion, that oftentimes is viewed in much the same way we view a Supreme Court opinion in the United States, in a way. They're going to use that and that's going to provide guidance, if you will, for future cases. But the notion of stare decisis, which is Latin for let the decision stand, that notion in the common law, which is very rigidly applied, if we have a similar fact pattern from a prior case, we're going to use the same holding, if you will, the same legal reasoning that we used in the prior case. That's not necessarily the case here in Thailand, especially at the trial level. That's what to understand about this is, okay, when you get to the Supreme Court, if they render an opinion, that's going to be pretty compelling in later proceedings. But barring that, no, we don't utilize precedent like at trial court levels to anything. In Thailand, it's not utilized to anything near the degree it's utilized, for example, in the United States. And that's a big difference to be aware of, and it's one of those differences that has massive implications, but it's so subtle you don't really think about it. It's one of those things I find myself, sort of coming back to every once in a while. I was talking about this in the context of equity, the notion of equity that we have in the American legal tradition, which is a byproduct, if you will, of the old British common law tradition. Again, that just doesn't exist here in Thailand. So when you're doing your analysis, you'll often find yourself falling back, if you will, on these sort of, how do I put it, philosophical crutches in terms of the law to do your analysis, and you just can't use those lenses, if you will, to make the analysis in a Thai system. So again, foreigners that come here make a lot of assumptions about how Thai law is going to operate. That's not necessarily a good idea. And for those who are looking to do something in Thailand where they need legal work, it's definitely a good idea to contact a relevant Thai legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed.